This video is on analogous color fades in watercolor pencil. Before you guys get started, a couple of things. First things first, make sure that your pencil is sharpened. I could totally sharpen this a little bit better. This is actually going to affect my my color fade itself. You also, for this particular exercise, want to make sure that you're using watercolor pencils. To see how it says Crayola watercolor with the little brushy brush right there, you know that this pencil is water soluble. Now, for analogous colors are side by side on the color wheel. One color goes into creating the other color. So we've got a whole bunch of different color sets that you all can choose from. So for this particular one, I'm going to go ahead and choose these two colors. So I have orange and yellow. Yellow goes into creating orange, so I know that I'm good with my analogous colors. What I have already done here, in the first video, I just created a base fade. So it goes gradually from hard pressure to medium pressure to light pressure. Let's off to the white of the paper right here. What's really cool about that is if you spend time on your base fade, you can actually very easily bring a second color in from the other side and create this really cool analogous color fade. So I'm actually going to do that right now. I'm just gonna kind of wing it and bring in my second color. With this though, I've already done my initial fade, hard pressure, medium light, light, and lightest pressure here, and let off. And see how I have this little strip of white right here? This is gonna become really important for bringing in my second color, which is my yellow, okay? So when you bring in your second color, which is analogous to your first color, what you always want to do is you always want your second color to be your lightest color. I started my color fade with the color that's a little bit darker. So the first thing you're always going to ask yourself when you're just doing an analogous color fade is which of these two colors is darker? And the orange is darker, so the orange is going to be your base fade, and then the lighter one is going to be the one that you bring in from the opposite side. This one right here, the yellow, is actually going to act as a blender. So it's going to kind of merge my two colors together, so my orange and my yellow. And I'm going to go ahead and start that right here. What's interesting about this color being the blender is this is pretty much going to be hard pressure most of the way across. See this area right here where the white of the paper starts to go away? That's kind of when you let off your pressure almost abruptly. Okay, so this area right here, I'm seeing less of the flex of the white of the paper showing through. So I know that I'm going to take this color really hard and then kind of abruptly let off, and you'll see what I mean in just a moment. So I'm pressing really, really hard with my second color, because remember, this is acting as the blender. And you'll notice that it's starting to create all of these versions of yellow-orange, which is actually a tertiary color. All right, so right in here, I'm getting a hand cramp here. Right in here, when the flecks of white of the paper start to go away, I'm gonna go ahead and gradually let off the pressure. So hard pressure, medium pressure, light pressure, and then I'm letting off. So what this is allowed for is an area of pure yellow, all different kinds of tertiary yellow-orange, and then an area of pure orange. I'm going to go back very briefly and just match my edges here. I would prefer if you guys went in the same direction. However, if it's easier for you to go in the opposite direction, I don't care as long as I can't tell. Okay, so pressure is going to be really important with that. Matching the pressure. I'm going to go ahead and let that off there. Okay, I'm going to do that on the top edge too. And this really is starting to look like an awesome sort of sunset-y fade right here, almost like fiery. And there's a lot of ways that you can apply this to your artwork depending on what you're doing. So you can apply it in different places just depending on what you see fit. So I've fixed this top edge right here. What's awesome about this fade is out of these two colors are analogous to one another. Yellow goes into creating orange. I started with my darker of the two, which is the orange, to do my base fade. I made sure my base fade was awesome. I brought my second color in. So the yellow, hard pressure, medium pressure, hard pressure the whole way through. La, 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 right to about here. And then I fixed my edges, and it looks like awesome sunset-y fieriness. So good luck with that.